Good morning.
Recording in progress.
Good morning, Angel.
What's going on? All right. So when you go to a listing appointment, a client never knows if you forgot your folder, whatever you have. This morning, I forgot my keys to the office. So I thought I was going to do this presentation for my car, which, by the way, I've done many times. I'm supposed to do a Zoom for a listing appointment, and I'm on my way to the office and I can't get there in time. So I pull over. Client never knows. You just change the background. So point being is, every obstacle has a solution. I was talking to Chris, one of my agents, right? And I did not want to go to a listing appointment in Southgate. I was just not in the mood. So I told Chris, go. And Chris goes, okay, let me get ready. It was like an hour prior. He goes, let me get myself ready. I go, you got the net sheet. You got internet. You don't need to prepare for the appointment. You just go straight. So he prepared. Here's my point. One of my nearly agents, the one I'm telling you, I'm teaching him to mimic. So you all say there's no excuses. Andy, the 19-year-old, he goes knocking on doors, right? And I said, dude, send me the video so I can share it with you. And Lilia, if you're on, if we can share the video, let's share it with everybody. He calls me and he goes, Angel, he knocked door knocks about 50 to 60 doors a day, right? He goes, I hit a door and the man says, yeah, I'm thinking of selling. He had a quick conversation, ran to his car, came back, got the net sheet, did the presentation. The guy was impressed. So he's meeting with them this week to do another listing presentation, the full package. The guy just wanted numbers, so he gave him the numbers. Point being, everybody, is when you're going to go to a listing appointment, you really don't need to prepare. You have Zillow, you have Redfin, who gives you the numbers. Then you go straight to the MLS. You don't look at comps. You look to see what's for sale around the neighborhood. And this is what I teach you guys to get listing after listing after listing at your appointment. But today's subject is going to be landing pages. And it's a very boring subject. But truthfully, that's how I built my business is landing pages. And it started off with websites. And somewhere along the line, I kind of just, it's like the forgotten child or the forgotten whatever. I didn't really pay attention to the website, but it was set up with landing pages, which were always there to capture. And that's what we're going to cover today. But before we get started, everybody, if you guys don't mind, open up your little square. I don't know if you're at work, if you're at a listening appointment, but open up your little square and let's just say good morning, everybody. Come on, let me hear your voices. I got to get that energy going because I know you guys are all probably kind of drowsy, not enough coffee. So let me open up your squares. I see a lot of you.
Good
You have
morning.
about
Good morning,
Good
Angel.
morning.
Morning.
I
Morning,
don't
Angel.
Good
know.
morning. Good morning.
Go.
Good morning, Angel.
There you
Morning,
go.
Morning.
everybody.
So much energy
We're ready to
today.
go.
You
Good
know,
morning.
Rudy sent me a message this weekend and he picked up a listing. He goes, dude, man, that net sheet. And it's interesting because it's all about the numbers. He goes, man, that net sheet just it crushes it every single time. And then Andy calls me about an hour later and says the same thing. And I think we got a third, someone else that talked to Lily that they picked up a listing. So for all of you, this is the moment, guys. The market's shifting again. If you don't know, the market's shifting. Things are not selling. If you look at the MLS, you see arrow pointing down, reduction, 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 reduction. And I got to tell you, on my end, I got a problem. All my inventory sells pretty quickly. But how do we get this inventory? Okay. How do we get the inventory? And that's what the subject's going to be today. Let me open up my sheet here. And where am I? Here we go. All right. So let me explain something to you. Okay.
Outside with Teddy.
Let's see. Is this a new slideshow? There we go. All right. So let me explain something to you. Our landing pages, you get a landing page anywhere you want. But as you all have known, I always tell you, you got to have a subject. You got to have a conversation starter for people to start to call you. All right. So capturing the leads is one thing. Okay. But where do they go? Well, they got to go to a landing page, and I use them now on my website. I just had a company redo my website, and I'll give you a quick little tour on that. So let's go to my website. Okay. Please don't use the landing pages, guys, because then Lily has to go in there and start answering to see
Stalk
who's
you
real and
guys.
who's
That's what
not.
I'm gonna
All
do. I'm
right.
gonna stalk you guys.
All right. So right now, I told the website company to change this to it says your home sold, your home value, your commission options, landing page, your home sold, landing page, your mortgage insurance, landing page, buy before you sell, landing page. But it's all the same damn landing page, right? My job is to get them there. Pay no taxes. Great subject, landing page. Get $100, landing page. See, everything goes to a landing page. Flat fee. Conversation starter landing page. So basically, mine, and there it is. Your value has gone up 11% per Zillow this year, right? 11% increase. Landing page. This is the subject today, which, by the way, I had my website company with my Google. Google has a thing called Moments. I attached it in here because Google wants me to talk about them. So all these here are connected to the Google link. All right. Let's go back to our presentation. Now, when someone, oops, I'm not sharing this with you guys. Close it. And slideshow. When somebody goes to my landing page, right, everybody overthinks it. And, no matter how many times I tell you guys, I talk to so many agents and everybody overthinks it. It's pretty simple. Okay. Not creating it. A landing page is pretty simple how it works. And I may tell you how I use mine, but many of you are going to hear different versions. Okay. Well, Angel said to do this. Angel said to do that. Well, no, I'm telling Mark's going to tell you how to do it. And here's what it's going to do. The landing page is not going to give a value. Okay. One more time. The landing page says find out what the value of your home is. When they go to the landing page, which is here, it's not giving a value, but it's going to teach them to tell them, hey, did you get the value? Then it allows me to do a follow-up call and see down here, no value goes out. But when I call the client, I'm going to say, hi, Winifred, this is Angel. I'm Pat, the realtors. Just want to make sure you got the value in your home. Conversation starts. I didn't get it. I went somewhere else. Oh, I apologize. And I immediately go into the role of what we tell them, which is basically whatever Zillow shows on on their portal. But it starts the conversation, which what happens is the moment it sends them the text, I'm not doing it. It's automation. It's being sent out from my CRM. Okay. Now, automation is cool. I don't want texting automation, not yet. I was doing it and I started losing a lot of business because they know when it's automation. So what I'm going to be bringing into mine is actual AI where the computer's actually calling. Hi, Larry, how are you? This is blah, 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 blah. But it's the computer having the conversation with you. Bottom line right now is landing page. Okay, we're going to show you how to create those. We're going to show you how it's an automatic text to the client. We're going to explain to you how it auto-populates into your CRM. Okay. This is our business. Okay. Now, let me share something with you. Okay. The reason we want this is for appointments. And I'm always looking for sources all the time. All the time. Okay. I'm looking for sources to create more listing appointments. So I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you my January, my February, and my March. Check this out. So right now, you have to track your numbers. It's a conversation that Johnny has with all of us, you, me, everybody we talk to. We talk about how you got to track your numbers. So I'm going to go here and I track them in different locations. So here you go. So in the month of January, I went to 16 listing appointments. Okay. And it tells you what I listed and what I lost. I only lost two. I was kind of sluggish, beginning of the year, didn't really want to go. My energy wasn't there. No excuses, but hey, I lost two. The ones that don't have nothing in it, they're in the follow-up system. Let's go to February. February, 16 listing appointments. All right. You can see the ones that got listed. And this was a fake call, and the meaning it was the tenant. She wanted $100, which, by the way, I'll explain one more thing. You see on the side, that means that, except for Jennifer, Jennifer's newer, right? Jennifer booked the appointments, somehow got started, but my VAs did too. So I'm double upping on doubling up on these people. If you see Carolina's name or what's the name? Christopher, those are people that the VA transferred the call to them and then they booked the appointment. If it's Jennifer, remember I was telling you about Jennifer, I got Andy. Jennifer's one of my newer agents. I gave her my leads. She follows up on all the leads that some of my agents were supposed to follow up and they didn't do a good job. I don't mean to put anybody down, but she booked the appointments. And see up here, I wasn't giving him to Jennifer. When I scroll down here, I gave them to Jennifer, VA transfer, which I'm going to teach you guys as your business grows, how to use our VAs to transfer your calls the way we do. All right. The first person that we're exploring this with is going to be Jose Myron, right? I think it's Jose Myron or Urel.
Right on.
Yeah.
Myron. Okay. He's the first one. We start this week on Wednesdays. My VAs are going to start calling his leads. Okay. But look at here in March. These are all VA transfers. But again, how do you get these people? Landing pages. Okay. I'm going to add one more thing. You can see my screen, right, Lily?
Yes.
Okay. Check this out, everybody. I go to a Tom Ferry seminar. Fuck, man, I got so much information from that place. A lot. I go walk over to their coaching staff, and I'm going to tell you a story, okay, and then I'll hand this over to Mark. I was at 10 years ago, my income was about $2 million a year. Okay, it's a lot of money, but I was hurting because in 2007, 2008, my income dropped to 1.2 million. When you lose that much money, you're hurting. I was hurting. Okay. Yes, the luxury was still there, but it's still a mental thing, right? So I walked over to their coaching staff and they're amazing, right? And I started asking who can coach me. Well, the coaches that they were assigning me were all making, I look you guys up, right? They were making less money within me. And I talked to Tom. So Tom says, "Okay, we'll talk to you after." I go sit down in my chair, and he, in front of about, I guess, 1,000 people, he says, "We got an agent out there that has a big problem right now, and his problem is that his income is 1.2 million, and he's hurting. Who'd like to have his problem?" So, I was embarrassed. This time I went to the coaching staff and I asked them, guys, and I was more careful on how I asked the question. Who do you guys have that can help me? And they have great coaching. They have some for social media, and these guys are making big bucks. But I need someone to look at my business to show me how to run it. So I asked how much it was. It was $1,295. I'm thinking, fuck, how do most people afford this? It's a lot of money, right? So guys, when I show you when we do what we do, I'm not a coach, guys. I'm not. I just let you into our living room, if you want to call this. You're in my living room right now. You're in my office. And we show you how we grow our business in hopes that you find a deal and you give it back to me, meaning a flip. Because when you prospect, you're going to run into these opportunities. So while I was there, the 1295, I thought, should I spend 1295 here? What I decided to do, because they had some people out there in the audience, and one of them was my web designer. I went to him. So I'm going to spend $1,500 a month with him. But what we're doing is we're running analytics. We're combining it with AI to capture more business. Now, for the majority, people can't afford this shit. It's expensive. But that 1,500 to me is probably going to give me a $30,000 to $40,000 return on my money. Okay. What we're about to show you is the $99 that you spent with us, it's going to give you a fucking $15,000, $20,000 return only if you do it. Because when I was talking to my web designer, here's what he said. Man, this business, we're talking, right? And he goes, man, this business agents, all they do is bitch and bitch and bitch because they say the leads suck. He goes, but Angel, how do you do it? I go, well, I make the damn call, right? Most agents don't make the damn call. I goes, what do you do? So I broke it down for him. When the lead comes in, we call them 4 or 5 times in one day for 4 days in a row. We hunt them down, email, we text, we do everything. So this is what we show you. We give you the same platform that I utilize. Okay. So, all right. With that, Mark, are you ready to teach these guys how we do the landing pages? it's a boring subject, but you're gonna make it so exciting, Mark, that you're gonna make me stick to this and watch and probably
Yep,
start
super
screaming for you
exciting.
on the
No,
background like it's
it's
a
the most
Rams game.
exciting thing ever. It's the most exciting thing ever because it's
There
gonna be
you go.
what gets you guys business. So that's why
And
it's
that's it.
exciting.
And that's it, Mark. Landing pages generates paychecks. Okay. How would you guys like to be depositing 50 to $100,000 a month because of the landing pages? And it's not for one source. You use it on all your sources. So go ahead, Mark. Tell these guys what we do with our landing pages. But
Yep.
wait. Everybody, welcome, Mark. Say, hey, Mark. Come on,
What's up,
everybody.
Mark? Let's go.
Welcome, Mark.
Morning,
Welcome,
everybody.
Mark.
Welcome,
Welcome,
Mark.
Mark.
Welcome, Mark.
So much energy today. Love it.
I love it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Angel, can you let me share my screen?
Yeah. Lily, I don't see the camera on the live, Lily.
Did you push it?
No, but here, let me do for Mark first. Come on, we gonna do it, Lily.
Little technical difficulties. But as you guys know, right, all of you guys have
But Mark, nobody
in
knows that. Nobody
no, no,
knows
well,
that. It's
that's why
like
I'm letting
it,
you know. All of you
it,
guys know in your guys' CRM, you guys have unlimited landing pages you guys can create. So what that means is if you guys want to go into the flips, which we already have a cash offer landing page for you guys to use, you guys can start generating those leads, right? I know I've generated some for Jose, but all of you guys know you guys have unlimited landing page creation. Of course, we give you the one that you guys can use, and that's the one I'm going to show you guys to set up today. Because if you guys are paying members and you have not started running ads to that landing page, you are crazy. You are crazy because you are missing out on how we get most of our business at the moment. So today I'm going to show you guys how to go ahead and set that up so that way you guys can start getting Google leads and go ahead and start calling them like Angel says. But the most important thing with all of this that I want you guys to remember is don't turn on your ads if you're not going to call them. You got to call them right away. You got to be aggressive because if not, you're just going to be wasting money, right? If you let the lead slip even 5 minutes past of when it came in, your conversion rate drops. And I was wrong. Last time I said 70%, I actually talked with Brian. It's over 300% that your conversion rate drops. 300%. So even if it's coming in at 7 p.m., right? Maybe 9 p.m. is a little late, right? 8 p.m. maybe is cutting it close a little bit. But if that lead comes in at 7 p.m. and you guys are on the toilet, like Angel says, pick up that phone and tell them, hey, I just got your home value request. Did you get it? Oh, no, I didn't get anything just yet. But they're going to pick up that phone because they literally just filled out your landing page or they just filled out it via computer. So the biggest thing to take away from all of this, if you guys are going to go ahead and turn on your ads and go ahead and run it to the landing page, is you guys call them as soon as possible. I know we've had a couple members in here that I think Olga is going to pick up a $5 million deal in total with the Google ads from people she's just called right away. And the people she says she hasn't reached out to are just because she couldn't get to them right away. Uh, did you allow me to share my screen now?
Go right ahead.
All right. Who's echoing? I don't know who's echoing.
That is, I'll fix it.
Okay. So as you guys know, right, in your guys' CRM, if you guys are 99 paying members, maybe you guys don't know, right, maybe you're not in the classes, but you guys are going to have a couple funnels already in your in your CRM. So you guys have a cash offer funnel. So this is one marketing channel you guys can go ahead and set up, right? You guys have your home value funnel, which this is the main one we're going to show you guys how to set up today. It's going to be super quick, right? It can literally take you 15 minutes to get this all set up. You also have your lead disposition funnel. This is for if you guys have VAs calling for you, where they're going to go ahead and dispose of that lead. We also have home registration, open house registration. I know Angel's really big on open houses and picking up clients from there. So we have that in here. And then a phone registration and compliance. This one you only have to worry about if you're going to go ahead and register the phone with the CRM, but you do need to be a LLC or have an S Corp to go ahead and do all of that. So not going too much in depth on it, right? But this is the funnel that we go ahead and provide for you guys, right? If you guys are wondering what a funnel is versus a website, it's basically the same thing, but all a funnel is it captures their information, like Angel says, right? It's very simple. You open up the page, it's going to ask them for their home value increase. They're going to put in their information. They're going to put in their full name, their email, their phone. The beautiful thing is, right? When they fill this out, you'll get notified. You get notified, you pick up the phone, you call them. Hey, did you get your home value increase? They're going to say no, right? And like Angel says, you start that conversation. Um, so with that being said, right? So going into how do you set this up, right? Because everybody has one in here. Now, how do you set it up? So this is the most fun part, like Angel says, right? The most fun part to go ahead and do this. The first thing we're gonna need is a domain name. So for everybody curious on what a domain name is, it's basically like Angel's name right here, angelandpatty.com, right? That's a domain name right here. You see how it's angelandpatty.com. Anything up here is a domain name, so like google.com, right? So we're going to get one for our landing page. Now, it's really important that we get something that is unbranded. Angel, you want to speak on that, why we get something unbranded? Just so that
Yes.
we can.
So, so, and many of you will call me and say, I want to get mine branded. We don't do that. I'm giving you the basic steps. Well, can we do this? Can we do that? You could just go hire someone else and do it. What I'm doing here for you is showing you what I do it. My landing pages isn't branded. It's 11% increase.com. And then I give it my initials because they're hard to pick up. So in your case would be, for example, Mark Arcerio, um, or cash offer MA, cash offer WM, cash offer RRM. Now, the landing page is just a simple landing page. It goes there and it has your irresistible offer. They like what you see, they start putting in their address, boom, you just captured a lead. Okay. Now there's two types of leads, and he's going to get more into this, but more than anything, he's asking you to reconfirm. Look at these. My home value, it's not branded. It's not my name. If I put out there, find out what your value it is at angelandpatty.com, screw that. I don't trust that shit. Find out what your value is at winnifredmaris.com. I know they're tricking me. They want my information. But if it's a non-branded name, increase in value, what's my home worth? Okay, it seems like it's a neutral site. I'll give you your chances increase by them giving you your information. Yeah, I just saw Robert in here. Didn't Robert just get a listing off? That's who it was. Robert picked up a listing.
I didn't know that. That's good. But as you guys can see, right, this is not to stray away from that topic, but like Angel says, right, if we see something right here like Huntington Home Beach search, right, we're gonna see it's a little less branded and it's gonna make you more inclined to fill it out. So we thought about what the consumer sees, right, and this is how we're able to generate you guys seller leads pretty quick. So once you guys go ahead and get your domain name, all we have to do from there is simply go to GoDaddy, type in the name you want, right? So let's just say I wanted to do homevaluema.com, and this might be taken already, but let's go ahead and see. Yeah, it's taken. So let's try doing something like my home value MA. So you're going to see right here, we prefer getting something with the .com. I would recommend getting something with the .com. And then from here, what you have to do is go ahead and just put own it. And an important thing, right? I don't want you guys to get screwed over because GoDaddy always adds on other things.
Mhm.
Um, so all you guys want to do is, let me go ahead and continue. Oh, it's not letting me view my cart, huh? Oh, let's go to cart. Oh, it might say, okay, let's go to my cart now. Why is this not saying? Let me try something else, Angel.
Sure.
I don't know why it's not putting it in my cart. It's saying own it. Let's just try home value. VA. It's not letting me add it to my cart. Okay. All you guys would want to do though is they're gonna add on a like 1099 domain protection. You guys don't need that, so just turn that off. Your total should come out to like $12 for the whole year, right? So everybody can go ahead and afford that. Um,
I bet you somebody has it already. Put another A in there.
no, I mean it said it was available. You see how it says own it? It says own
Hmm.
it, but I don't know why it's not adding anything to the cart. Look, I'll go to the cart. Finally, something gets added to the cart. Okay, so once we go continue to the cart, oh, it doesn't have me signed in. That's why. Let me log into Google. We're gonna do this account. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my GoDaddy right now. It's not working. Regardless, actually, let me try one more time. Account settings.
My guess was that you just been maxed out on your shopping.
Now I'm probably just I probably wasn't logged in. Where's Angel's account? Let's go to it might be under a different. I have access to too many GoDaddies. That's the problem here. I have access to way too many. Might be
You guys, just a reminder, we do have a recording under the Thursday classes on how to create your landing page.
Yes, and that's actually, thank you for bringing that up, Lily. I'm gonna fly through it real quick today, but in the videos, we have 5 videos on showing you everything from literally signing up to turning on your Google ad, and it takes 15 or the videos in total are 20 minutes, I believe, to setting all this up. So it's pretty quick. Let's go here, delegate access, access now. All right, I think now the cart shows up. All right, we're good, I think. All right, so we don't need any of this stuff, brand protection bundle, anything like that. I think it's because we added a couple here. Home value. And by the way, if you guys have questions in between any of this, go ahead and put them in the chat so I can go ahead and get to them as well.
Somebody asked, does the Angel and Patty account at the bottom of the landing page hurt conversions? My
No,
name's
we need that right there. Just because for copyright purposes and as well as legal reasons, you need to have at least your business name at the bottom. And then of course the privacy policy and terms and conditions. So we need that there, right? But you're gonna see perfect example, right? Look what GoDaddy just did. They tried adding the domain for 5 years, $87, right? This is how they go ahead and try to get you to spend a lot of money. But all you want to do is just change it to a year, right? We're gonna go ahead and make sure this domain protection is off. Usually they'll have it automatically turned on, but you're gonna see right here 11.99, right? And then we'll go on ready to pay. And just like that, you have your domain. It's super simple to go ahead and connect to the landing page. And I'm not going to go into DNS records with CN names, A names, and all that. We have videos for all of that. But you just delete one record, you come back into your CRM, you scroll down to settings, you go to domains, and you add your domain right here. Connect a domain, right? Perfect example. Like we're in Jose's account, right? He has find your value JM and cash offer JM, right? So these are both for his 2 landing pages. One being, of course, for his home value page, and the other one being for cash offer page, right? So he's generated leads for both of those. But now that we have the domain connected, all we want to go ahead and do is connect it to the landing page. And just like that, your funnel's live, right? Once we click on this funnel, we're going to see the domain is attached up here. And keep in mind, you can have one domain for multiple funnels. Just make sure that the slug at the end is different. That's just basically like the / at the end, right? But once we go ahead and open this up, we'll view the page. And as long as it loads, right, something like this, then you know your page is live. If it doesn't load, give it like 15, 20 minutes. Sometimes DNS records take 20 minutes to actually load in, but as long as it says connection successful and it goes ahead and loads, then you can do that here.
Question mark.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You said we can change that end part because my end it looked horrible. It got a number in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. You can definitely change it. All you have to do is you see publishing right here, Larry.
Yeah.
all you have to do is change this URL right here. It might take you a couple tries to update the step because it might add on a bunch of numbers. But just you have to do it a couple times and it'll finally get rid of them.
And then again, you say you can have multiple domains for the same landing page.
So you can have one domain for multiple landing pages.
One
As long as
domain
the
for multiple.
plug is different, correct? Because this is the important part. So like let's just say you wanted something that was your value jm.com, but then you want a / cash offer or something like that. And then that would be a separate landing page. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right, perfect. So once we have the landing page live, right, all you guys want to do is go into our simple ads launcher. I'm not going to go too much into the ads, right? You come into here, you launch a new campaign, Google, real estate services, real estate ads. And actually, we just added a Spanish version of our ad. So if you guys want to do something like that, we have that now. Then you're going to select the ad you want. We're going to change it to a performance max. We're going to put our budget, $5 a day, $10 a day. I recommend $10 a day starting off. That's just my opinion. Brian has different opinions. Angel has different opinions, right?
And I just want to add, we do see results with even $5 a day, which was
Correct.
Olga. Olga was running $5 a day or $7 a day, and she got a 1 point something listing appointment.
Yep, 1.2 million.
She
16,
got 2 appointments.
2 appointments, yeah. 2 appointments. One is I think 5.9 and the other one's 1.3.
I'm gonna stop everybody here for a
Olga's gonna
second.
have to take care of us a little bit.
No, Angel, I do
Everybody,
want to add on too, though. She stopped by and she dropped off the $100 letter. And it ended up getting her a conversation with the neighbor who actually wants to buy that property next door and have his dad live in the back. So just because she went to go drop it off, did that little extra step, now they became her buyer and they have a bunch of capital as well. So it just goes to show you that all that from a Google ad that came in, she went to go drop off the letter, and now she has, a lot in the pipeline.
I'm gonna explain something and then my version, and then I want you to explain it your version. Okay. But right now, the first part is everybody. The majority of the clients that we're picking up on this right now are over the age of 60. Favorably are the ones that are over 80. Okay. And somebody made a comment that down below they saw a name. I'm going to tell you right now, a 70-year-old, an 80-year-old, they just go to the internet, they go to Google and they type in, what's my home worth? They get a page and there's multiple pages to pick from, right? And it's whatever catches their attention. Right now, they'll end up on home lights, effective agent, referral exchange. Those are the first ones that they pick on, right? And sometimes they go to Zillow. And wherever it lands, these companies pay money to be where they're positioned. So if your ad has the right tone, when they type it in, that conversation starter, they're going to end up in your landing page. Okay. So those are the two. The elderly need your help. They need your help because when you get there, you're the one that's going to be showing the numbers using the net sheet while everybody else is using a piece of paper from an escrow company or their little app from the title company, which they can barely see and they're leaning in trying to see what the hell you're showing them on the little app, right? And if it's on a laptop, you're limited on what you can show. Because remember, when we present, we give them what the house is worth, their capital gains, if there's any, what their money they're going to have to reinvest into something else. We cover it all when you provide value utilizing the net sheet. Now let's back up. Somebody asked, and this is the part where I need your help, Mark. Somebody asked, what's the difference between a website and a landing page? I'm going to give him my version, then you give him yours. Okay,
Yeah.
my version. A website, just recently, I've used websites for years, and just in the last 6 months, it's like they're back. So I did not know that my website was getting tons of traffic, but from the elderly, my website gets viewed in the morning because I didn't realize when I was running my ads that create senior citizens attention, they were going to my website. So immediately I modified and I added more landing pages to my website, which includes no taxes. Then the landing page, I use that connected with all my ads that I run on Google. All the ads go straight to a landing page because they get straight to the point. The conversation starter, wow, they give me their address, they give me their phone number, they give me their email, they give me everything. Now, that landing page was set up two ways. It would give me what I would call a half lead, right? Which only give me an address because they didn't follow through with giving me all the information. And it was taking too much time. I now have them give me all their information. So that is my explanation of a website and a landing page. Mark, give him yours.
So my explanation, basically almost the same, right? So think of a website as like an about you. That's kind of for as a realtor, a website, think of it as an about you. So for example, if I go to markoursale.com, right? This is if somebody Googles your name, right? And I recommend you for sure have a website, right? Because if someone Googles your name, might be offline. Maybe oh, I think my DNS record actually expired yesterday. Anyways, if somebody Googles your name, think of it as an about you, right? So it's not made directly to get you business, as opposed to a landing page has direct steps in a funnel, right? So a funnel, we set up a funnel so it's going to capture their information in a specific way. So it's going to bring them down from this page to this page to this page. So that way we get their information. So it's basically just to help you get more business, right? A landing page is going to get to the point, like Angel says, to get their information, get their full name, get all of that. You can definitely have landing pages on your website like Angel does, right? But when we're sending traffic to a landing page, we want to make sure it's going specifically there for a specific reason, which is we're looking for people that are searching up what is their home worth, right? And like Angel says, the elderly, right? Helping them, it's going to go to a specific landing page because if you sent that to your website, they're not going to know what to do. They're not going to know where to go, right? To put in to get their value. We want to get them to a specific reason of where they're at in the sales cycle so that way we can go ahead and reach out to them the most effectively. Does that make sense? I think maybe that was a little more complicated, but
You answered it, and somebody asked another question.
yeah, I'll
They
go
said
through the
this.
questions at the end just to go ahead and finish this up real quick.
Okay.
Uh, Okay, so again, right, pretty simple using our platform. You guys can, all 99 plain members, even if you guys have a free trial, you guys can set up this, right? Set up a campaign, select performance max, daily budget, right? Let's just say you want to start with $5. Then right here, we're going to put in the website URL page, which is the domain name that we just got, right? So we're going to put that right here. We're going to go ahead and enter the cities we want to enter. And from there, right, I would leave the phone number empty. We don't need this. YouTube links, we definitely recommend adding YouTube links if you have YouTube videos that are directed towards the landing page. If not, you can always make them, not a problem. And then, of course, we just upload our logo. We launch the campaign, and just like that, you have a landing page, an ad running to that landing page, and a system to help you follow up with that. We just set up a whole marketing channel for you in, less than an hour. So it's pretty simple using the platform, right? And you can always come in here and see all of the funnel steps. You can do so much more, right? This is like the marketing side, right? You can go ahead and come in here, view the stats of the landing page, right? So how many people have viewed it in the past month, right? And this is Jose's account. He's gotten 500 people viewing it. He's gotten 29 people opt in of those 441 that were unique. That's a 6.5% opt-in rate. And in the book free consultation, right? They can go ahead and actually book a consultation with you. He's actually had 2 people opt in for a consultation in the past month for the landing page. So that's people actually booking a time with Jose to actually reach out to him and have a conversation with him about real estate. So here's where you can view all those stats. Let's just say I want to see only stats of, this month. We can change it to that date. We can change it to that date, see that data. Okay, so this month, 6% opt-in rate, and I actually had those 2 people this month, right? We can look at those stats. You can split test landing pages. And for you guys that don't know what a split test is, it's just basically where you can go ahead and test which variation of the landing page is actually better and is actually getting you more opt-ins. So it'll break down the stats of basically each variation of the landing page. So that's just me getting on the marketing side of things. I know that's a little confusing for people.
Here, Mark, I have to pitch this in. Molly says, and it's not a question, Mark, it's easy for you and it's overwhelming for someone like me. Hello. I gotta be honest with you guys. It's overwhelming for me too. Right now, a lot of the things I go to ChatGPT and I ask it the questions and it just gives me support. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I gotta take this from you real quick, okay? Let me share my screen real quick, Mark.
Yeah. And I would want to say that as well. It's easy if you're good with computers.
I'm gonna give it back to you. Don't worry, Mark. Here, but I gotta show everybody this because you just explained this part. Can you see my screen, Mark?
I see Tom Ferry, 12.95.
All right, I'm gonna tell everybody, you go get coaching somewhere else. I said that wrong. You can get coaching, but look, here's what I did, and this is what Mark's covering right now, the landing page portion of it. Guys, I don't think there's a realtor out there that shares what I do. I let you see what I do because I'm hoping that you bring me a deal. But look at this. He just showed you the Google ads. We give it to you. The ones I run, the landing pages, okay? The CRM, we show you how to use it. The listing appointment that I do, nobody shares that. Okay. The texting and the email automation and the follow-up system that goes with it. Now, many of you are here with us and you utilize it, and it may not be working for you. It may be working for you, but at the end of the day, it's you. I got to tell you right now, because if you put someone else on this, or you're in a very competitive area, that may be another. Okay. But you have to figure out where you're going wrong because it's going to be you at the end of the day. But this is a system that I'm basically giving it to you, hoping you find a deal, and many of you have. I think I'm maxed out. I got too many deals right now. We're gonna have to stop giving webinars so we catch up and we sell these properties, okay? And we also do the social media. We give you the ones we utilize, or at least you can look at them to get an idea and then do your own. All right. Then we do this twice a day. I'm sorry. I do all of you audience, people that I don't know, people that we know. But then at 10 o'clock, those of you that the implementation guys, you have paid me for a year, $99 times 12. You gave me the Mike Ferry fee. I guess it's like 1,100 bucks, 200 bucks. But I give you more attention and you have me and Mark and Brian to answer and help walk you through. But then if you need more help, right? Mark's available for the month and he can help you set up. But if you can't, how can I put it to you? Really, if you want me to do your entire package, I would have to charge you $5,000 to $10,000 a month, the amount of money I make. Okay, so then I can pay these guys. These guys are on my team because they run my ads. But I open it's like my family. Mark's my son, Lily's my daughter, and I invite you guys in so they can show you so you can build your business. So bottom line right now, what I'm trying to tell you is when you look at 99 bucks, it's peanuts. For those of you that are on the sideline waiting and you're trying to get stuff for free, you can stop. If you're making over $300,000 a year, then you're cool. But if you're under $300,000 a year, you have to implement this stuff. You need to call Lily and get ready so she can set you up. I mean, honestly, even if you're on here for 3 months and you're accessing the portal, which is this portal, and sorry, Mark, it's just
No,
that
no,
you
no,
said I
go.
had
No,
to.
I think
I,
this is
I had to
fruitful.
tell
Yeah.
these guys to help them. See, this is the portal. This is my button. This button here is where I make my money when you send me a deal. But when you go to the training portal, this is where all your classes are, which there's also school available for you that you're just too afraid and you don't want to spend money. Then you go to school. Okay. But again, you do this, if you're going to school and you're doing this all your life, it's gonna affect you economically, my opinion. And there's Lily's number if you want to call her. Mark, sorry, I'm gonna
Hey,
give.
business
I'm gonna,
only. Just kidding. Hey, really
uh,
quick, I wanted to say what Angel said, which I loved. He said, we give you all of this and we show you how to use it. Okay. And like Molly said, it's overwhelming and it's a lot, and I'm not tech savvy. The best part is that we even set it up for you if you want us to. See, so all you have to do, ask and you shall receive. Let me know. I'll put my number in the chat. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me and we can go over it.
Go, keep going, Mark. Where'd you
All
go?
right.
I
I'm right
did
here.
this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So just finishing that off. I honestly, Angel, I'm pretty much done with how to set all that up. It's pretty quick. And just to go into the school, since Angel didn't just a little bit, right? You guys have access to all of this. So if you're a new member, and this is exactly what I was talking about, right? You guys are going to see these five trainings, how to access everything, how to edit and access your billing details. Like, look at how short this video is, 1 minute and 51 seconds. For everybody that has joined that hasn't seen these, set up your landing page notification, 13 minutes. Run your
There
first
you
Google
go.
seller ad. How long's this one? This
Hmm.
one's 15 minutes. And how to follow up with your new leads, 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So in total, what is that? Like, 25 minutes of how to set this up. Again, that's if you're tech savvy. If not, then you can have us set it up for you. We have
When Fred, you did ask me really quick, so I just wanted to make sure you caught that under the classroom, where it says start here. That's where
Mhm.
you can find how to create your landing page.
Yes, right here. How to access everything, how to edit your billing and details, set up your landing page, run your first Google seller ad, how to follow up with your new leads.
And if you don't have access to that and you want access, comment me in the chat.
Yeah, that's a simple way. We have all the 9 a.m. recordings in here as well. We have people posting their wins in the community classes this week. Anybody in San, so it's also a community where you guys can also meet
Collaborate.
people, right? Perfect example. Craig just had a listing appointment. 1.4, used the seller net sheet, went over capital gains, said he really liked it, had my partner with me. She connected well with the wife. My mindset and confidence has been so much higher, all thanks to Angel and the staff during this week. I love questions like, or I say statements like that because it just makes me want to keep going and help you guys out that much more. But not touching too much on the school. I don't want to take away from that, right? The blueprint, we set up everything for you. You'll have access to our Tuesdays, our scripts, our listing presentation, our marketing material, and so much more. But if you guys want access to all of this, reach out to Lily and she'll go ahead and get you guys all set up.
Somebody asked the somebody asked the question, Mark, and I'll answer how I do it. They said, "How many landing pages do we need?" Guys, I only have one, okay? But I have multiple domains. I think one is cashofferap.com, one is 11% increase ap.com, and the other one is your home value something.com. Point being is I think I have like 3 domains, but they all point to the same landing page. Okay. I'm keeping it simple, guys. I'm not overcomplicating it. And then I have one more landing page that is from a long time ago that I still have because it only cost me $49 a month. And that one is describes what is it, the flat fee. Point being, everybody, is at the moment I have, I think, 3 domains. And here, let me show them. Okay. Let me share my screen.
Yeah. And then I'll go through all the questions that I went ahead and missed.
Watch it, everybody. So if I go to my website, I think they're right here. So there's your home sold, there's one. Your commission options, I think, no. Mortgage insurance, there's 2. And the $100, 3. I have 3 domains that go to the same landing page. Okay, I hope that helps everybody. 3 domains that go to the same landing page. Go ahead,
But I
Mark,
want
answer my
everybody to
questions.
don't take that. You guys just need one domain with one landing page with one Google ad that's generating you leads. Don't listen to Angel with him having 3, right? You guys just need one. That's the most important thing. Don't overcomplicate it. You need one marketing channel right now that's generating you consistent leads. Let me go ahead and go through and start answering some questions. Alex, we covered what's the difference between a website and a landing page. Thomas, does the Angel and Patty account at the bottom page hurt the conversion? No, it does not. So each time you set up Molly, so each time you set up landing page, you have to go through GoDaddy. No, so GoDaddy is just a provider of a domain. So you guys can use other providers like Namecheap. I don't know what other domain providers there really is. They might be cheaper on there. But it's what's cool about GoDaddy is it has a direct integration with the CRM. So you don't have to mess with altering records and things like that. So it may get a little more complicated with other domain providers. So it may be cheaper, but it's not as easy. So if you're more tech savvy, go for the other side of things. If you're not, just use GoDaddy. It's a direct integration. It'll authorize the records for you, so you don't have to worry about that. Do we need a domain for each funnel? Nope, you just need one domain for as many funnels as you'd like. But again, just focus on one domain, one funnel. Make that be the landing page one so you guys can go ahead and actually start generating seller leads. I'm pretty sure that's why we're all here today, to start generating more seller leads. That's the most important thing. So don't get clouded by all the other exciting stuff that we have. Namecheap is less expensive. Yep, Namecheap is less expensive. But again, it may be a little more to go ahead and set up that way with integrations and things like that. Does the landing page have to be linked to the website? So when you go in and connect the domain, Alex, to the CRM, it's going to connect with that landing page. And then that domain is going to go ahead and be the name of your landing page. So like normally you'll have your landing page all set up and everything, but it's not going to have a domain name attached to it. So it's technically not live. So, for example, guys, just to touch on this, right? When you guys get your domain name, you can blast that domain name everywhere you'd like. If you want to put it on a QR code and put that on your open house signs, do it. Scan here for your free value, right? Do something like that. Put it in your Instagram bio so people can go ahead and click on it and get you guys more leads that way. It's going to send them all to your landing page. There's so many things you guys can do with it. My mind just goes crazy with it. Sorry. Let's keep going. How many landing pages can you create? You can do unlimited. unlimited landing pages with our CRM. So you can, if you want to do 300, you can do 300. You guys can always hire people as well to do your landing pages for you, or hire me to do more landing pages for you. Like Molly says, it's overwhelming for Molly, right? So if you want, you can, if you're an implementation member, you guys can hire me for the month, month to month, just so you can also learn a little more about, how everything gets set up. Where in school are the trainings for the landing pages under Thursday recordings? Yes, Winifred, 11, 21, 24 would probably be it. Just to touch on that, if you guys are stuck at all, right, but you want to get more technologically savvy, you can always look up what you want to look for in the classroom. So like in the classroom, you can just look up landing page, right? And you're going to see right here, everything associated with landing in here, landing pages. It's going to have all the trainings that we have all the way back up to 6 months. So up until 6 months ago, I would always recommend watching the most recent trainings. So that way you get the most relevant information as well.
Hey Mark, I'm gonna pitch this real quick before I keep reading. I really like the message that Jose did. You know, guys. So I'm a realtor, and there are realtors that do a lot that I've been on here. There are realtors out there here that are coaches for other firms, right? But I'm not here to brag about that. It doesn't have to be said. I'm here to help you guys because in the long run, I want to make sure this is clear. If you find a deal, send it my way. With that said, is if you guys keep hearing the word implementation, maybe you know what it is. Implementation, all it means is that we came up with the system because people were drowning us and asking for too much help. So we figured, okay, instead of 99, we'll charge them 99, and for 12 months, you pay a year ahead, and it gave us the ability. We know you're not going anywhere. We know you're not going anywhere, so we invest more time in you. Those of you that are here on a monthly and you ask a lot of questions, it drains us. Then I got to ask Mark, that guy's draining us. Do we just drop him? So when you pay the 99 for 12 months, we can give you a little bit more attention, not too much because it's not a lot of money. We just help you a little bit more and we set up your entire system. But then, like Molly said, if you're drowning and you need more help with what we do, that's where he makes himself available for the month. He sets you up. It's like he puts you on the bike. He shows you how to pedal. And then once you start getting faster, you pick up the speed. Next thing you know, you just wave at Mark and say, "Bye, Mark," and you take off and you're riding that bike much faster. Eventually, that bike, you want to turn it into a motorcycle, right? You want to put on some pads. You call Mark back and you bring him in and he sets you up to ride that motorcycle. So that's pretty much what we set up here. You know, in return, we hope that you tell others about us, right? Because when you tell others, that other may have a deal for me, right? Which then allows me to still pay Mark, Brian, and everybody who's on my side. Because don't think Mark is here for free. I gotta pay Mark. I gotta pay Andy. I gotta pay Brian. Okay. But in the long run, my return comes when you guys bring us those deals. Okay. Any more questions for Mark?
Yes, I have a question. Hey, it's Alex Lopez here. I missed the beginning of the session, so just trying to understand. The platform basically is going to provide this funnel, right? This CRM. That is part of a membership with the listing agent website. If it is, how much does it cost? And aside with Mark, if can we get training with him to set things up? Well, because I know he can set it up quickly and we can get it running.
Alex, if you can put your number in the chat, I'll give you a call after the meeting so we can go over everything in
Okay.
detail. But I
Okay.
want to let everybody know because I know that a lot of members are from the school community right now. So again, this is the listing agent community, and you will get access to the school community where it has the recorded classes and it shows you the main steps that you need to do. It's free for 14 days. It's $99. After that, you get trainings Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 9 a.m. You get access to the portal, and then we show you how to do all this. If you want additional help and we want everything to get set up, we could also do that for you. So if anybody wants me to give them a call, go ahead and put your number in the chat and I'll go ahead and call you after this.
Thank
Angel,
you. I'll be calling you, okay? Thank you.
Angel, I think this question's for you. Is it possible to explain what the flat fee is? I think that's a good question.
So the flat fee is a conversation starter, everybody. And this whole business that I'm telling you guys is You just asked me, what's a flat fee? That's exactly what it's all about. A client will call you and ask you, what's a flat fee? What's a cash offer? What is free handyman service? And you tie that into your social media. You know what? And here, why don't you show them the social media that's on the platform that these guys can pick up? Mark, you're faster than me.
Okay.
So I think there's even a video on there on flat fee, but that's what it is, everybody. And then in your net sheet, you have a slide that explains a breakdown, a general breakdown of a flat fee. You're not a flat fee agent. You are a full service agent and you will get paid 3%. But it started the conversation. Who asked that?
Molly asked
Molly.
about flat fee. So yeah, the flat fee, I think we have a
There it
flat
is.
commissions, right? So we have the write-up that you can use for your social media. Um, and then we have all the videos in here, like the templates that you guys can use. I think it was number 3, the flat fee.
Homeowners, buy your home before you.
Oh no, this is the buy before you sell. It's one of these.
Oh my God. By the way, that one, guys, right now at my listing appointments, the buy before you sell program and the DST program are the ones that allow me to crush over and over and over and get the listing and beat other realtors, just to let you know. All right. So
Fred, he's a
now you know where you're at. Go ahead today, log on to your portal on the blueprint and go ahead and look at those videos. They're all there for you. Now, when we're in the class, like right now, my class starts right now at 10 o'clock for our implementation members. There, all the questions you have, you have both me, Mark, and Brian, and that's where we teach you and we show you. And if you have a problem, that's where you bring me the problem and we'll walk you through. On Wednesdays, everybody, as you know, I don't see him here today, but a couple of our new members kept saying they wanted to use scripts, right? And I go, when you're meeting with a homeowner to sell their home, which is one of the biggest assets that most people own, you don't go into scripts. You can't force. He's like an old car salesman. You have to give him the numbers. So I role played it with him, and he tried to be the meanest person he could, and there was 2 of them. And in the end, this is my line. When can we take the pictures? He had to list with me. I broke him down. He did everything he did. Many of you were on, right? It wasn't scripts. It was all about the numbers. That's all that would matter
That's a
were the
good line.
numbers. And we picked up the client, the potential fake client, which was it was Juan. Juan from Las Vegas. I don't see him here this morning. All right. Anybody else have questions for us? Good morning, Ariana. Yeah, I can see you guys now. I see a couple of people, the squares. I can see Michael. I can see
Hey,
Ariana. I can see
Jason.
Molly. Oh, that was you, Molly, asking the questions. I get to see your face. The when all the squares disappear, I can't see who's on there. I can see Alex and see who else I can see, and that's it. The rest of you are just little squares. So I don't know what you look like.
Alex
All right.
Nita, welcome back.
Mitha, you
Nice
don't, and this is important. Mitha asked a question. Do you need your own YouTube video to run an ad? No, you guys don't even need that. That's just something you guys can add on to help you bring the cost of conversions down in the future. Don't even worry about that. Just get the ad running, get some seller leads going in the pipeline, and get comfortable first using the system just a little bit, right? And then you can worry about adding on more marketing channels, learning about Angel's mailing, learning about cash offer ads, learning about all this other stuff that you want to have in conjunction with everything. So that way you guys can get to Angel's pace, you can say.
I actually, I was everybody. I was thinking of retiring, right? But man, I work 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. I leave at 6, and sometimes appointments come in on weekends, and I don't want to go. And sometimes during the weekday, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. So I'll send the team, right? And they'll go for me, and then we'll just share on the listing. Bottom line is, this is great business, everybody. You will make more money than doctors, attorneys. There's a lot of money to be made, but with it comes some stress. I'm not going to lie to you because sometimes deals fall apart. Sometimes people get mad at you no matter what you do. So we're in a business that we deal with a lot of humans. I don't mean to turn this into a negative, but just to let you know, all right? It is very, very good. It doesn't matter if you're part-time, full-time. It doesn't matter if you're a superstar or a new agent, right? What happens here is that as long as you're willing to learn, I'm always learning from people. That's why I went to go see Tom Ferry. I didn't go in there with an ego. I went in there with open ears. And man, I came out with so many ideas. They're already being implemented to my system. All right.
It's
So
not
Juliana
even
said she got
limited
a
to you guys.
listing with her net sheet and she said, now I have a problem. We need to find him a house with 2 bedrooms. That is a good
Ileana, is
problem to
Ileana here?
have.
Is she here right now?
Yes, Juliana.
Ileana, are you there? I want
Yes, yes,
Il-
yes, yes,
Ileana, is that the one that you called me on and I ran the numbers with you?
yes,
I want my commission.
yes.
All right.
But now I
Ileana,
have another problem. I had to go find a 2 bedroom, one bath property so I can move him from that
uh, well, let me tell everybody what happened. So Ileana calls me, and we're in a meeting. I think I was in the meeting in Johnny's class in the morning, which is at 8. And she says, "Can you talk to me? I need a little bit out." Well, she's an implementation member. I said, "Absolutely." So I get on. I she told I don't even know what the address is, but she told me the values, and I broke down the value, the capital gains, and I broke down a couple of things, and then I emailed it to her to present to the client. But you never called to tell me you got the listing. That would have been good stuff for me to hear, Eliana.
Well, I'm telling you, I just wanted to tell you. It's like, yes, now I have a problem. And now I have another problem. I had to sell the listing, I mean, the units, and go find a 2 bedroom, one bath with what
What city?
Carson.
You know what? We'll show you how to do that too. So right now,
Please,
yes,
please.
that's even a simpler situation because you truly have a client now. So you're going to send a
Yes.
$100 letter around Carson fitting that description. All right. And when you
Okay.
send the letter, it's basically you're sending a letter saying you have a cash offer for your home. And guess what? You send them to your landing page, but you're offering $100 just to meet with them. You modify the existing letter that you have, and there it is. You're going to find the listing in Carson. All right. And you may get one, Ileana, but
Uh-huh.
they may end up already be listing with someone else, but you'll get a head start on it. All right.
Yes. So I'm
Eliana,
just letting you know, guys, it works.
Eliana, how many units?
It's 2 units, 1 bedroom, one bath each.
Oh,
Angel, can I share a win?
okay.
It's
Yeah,
Jose.
please.
Okay, so I went up against this other local realtor in the city of Carson, and I used the net sheet. I got the listing, sold the property, but the difference the owners told me was because I'm the one that showed them the numbers. I'm the one that told them, hey, you're gonna have to go ahead and um, I gave them the breakdown on how much they were gonna pay capital gains because it's a family property. But I refer them to that company that we're with, and we're doing the DST. The point is two things. Two things. We're gonna go ahead and save them money on those capital gains, and at the same time, I'm about to make anywhere between $10,000 and $20,000 extra by actually helping my clients. So
You
besides
mean
helping
you're talking about using the
the
DST?
DST, yes,
Fuck,
yeah,
dude.
I did that. I'm using the DST.
All right, Jose, I'm going to tell you something. So I have a lot of people here, right? And some people just don't take action. They overthink it. They overthink it. They overthink it. They overthink it. They overthink it, and nothing ever happens. Jose, you're one of the ones that you don't overthink it. You actually take action. You, Andy, Jennifer, you are some of the people that just take action. And I'm glad to see that. Wow. I haven't even done a DST. I've been trying to push them to get paid on it. So you already kicked my ass. Congratulations.
No, I want to thank you because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to help my clients save money on taxes, on the capital gains, and I'll be able to make another $10,000 or $20,000 in my pocket, hopefully this month, man.
Damn. All right. You're buying lunch.
Let's
Don't
go.
forget.
Let's go.
Un cafecito.
Un cafecito, I
Ah,
got you guys.
shit. All right, everybody. It's 10:04. We got to get on to the implementation members.
Implementation members, I sent you a text and an email with the link, and my school members who are missing out on the training portal, don't miss out. Click on the link in the chat and sign up for the free trial for 14 days. You can cancel at any time.
All right.
All right,
Let's go
everybody.
get some listings.
Let's go get some listings.
I love it. I love it. Bye,
Yell at us
everybody.
as loud as you want, because we all want listings.